What happens after we die? Where do we go? Heaven? Hell? Reincarnation? Or is it simply nothingness? We've been asking these questions for centuries, but what if the question itself is part of the illusion? What if death, as we understand it, simply doesn't exist? Today, we're not looking at philosophy or religion. We are looking at what death truly is, and by the end of this video, your fear of it might just dissolve. You're with Ashraellen. You're on a channel where the mysteries of consciousness in the universe are revealed in simple language, to better understand yourself and your place in this world.
We think of death in templates, as a journey where the soul flies up. But up and down only exist in space. Death is not a flight. We think of eternity as an infinitely long time, millions or trillions of years. But eternity is not a very long time. It is the complete absence of time. There is no before, no after. There is only now. And most importantly, we think it's we who die, our personality, our I. But what if you are not your body, not your memories, and not even your thoughts? As a wise man once said, "You are what remains when thoughts are gone." To understand this, imagine a vast, bottomless ocean. Absolute, eternal, and boundless. This is pure consciousness, the foundation of everything. Now, imagine billions of bubbles on its surface. Each bubble is an individual being, a human, an animal, any form of life. Its thin shell is our physical body, and the water inside is our true self, the same water that makes up the ocean. As long as the bubble is intact, it feels separate. It thinks, I am this small, fragile bubble. These are my boundaries, and that is the rest of the ocean. But it is not separate. Inside is the same water, the same essence. And when the bubble pops, what happens? The shell, the body, disappears. But the water, the consciousness, goes nowhere. It instantly merges with the ocean it always was. No flight, no transition. Just a return to the whole from which you were never a part. Imagine you are in a movie theater. You've become so immersed in the film called My Life that you've completely identified with the main character. You experience their dramas, joys, and fears as your own. But then the movie ends. The screen goes dark. Does the viewer disappear? No. You simply stop watching that specific film and leave the theater. And in another hall, a new one is already beginning. Your personality and your story are just a script. Your body and brain are the projector. But you are the one who watches, the awareness, the viewer. And the viewer doesn't die when the movie ends. Consider another image. Death is not like deleting a file from a computer. It's like logging out of a video game. You take off the VR headset. You were so absorbed in the game that you forgot who you were. Death is the moment you remember, oh, right, I'm not this character. I'm the player. This is why all images of heaven or an afterlife are just projections of our minds. Our brain, used to forms and time, tries to paint an improved copy of this reality. It's comforting, but it isn't eternity. Real eternity is beyond form, personality, and time. Your ego, your personality, it's like a playlist saved on the hard drive of your brain. When the hardware breaks, the playlist is erased. But the music player itself, the awareness that was listening, doesn't go anywhere.
What does this change? Everything. If what you fear, the total non-existence of you, doesn't actually exist, then the deepest, most basic fear of humanity simply vanishes. You are no longer a body with an expiration date. You are eternal consciousness having a unique, temporary human experience. So live, not as a mortal waiting for the end, but as infinity itself, experiencing itself in every breath and every emotion. This is true liberation.